back? I think we might be back. Sound off in the chat if we're back. Cool, we're back. Okay. I have no idea what happened there. My computer just blue screened and then the blue screen crashed, so I had to force it to restart. But the good news is Invisible Link saves at the end of every turn, so... Oh, thanks, Will. Thanks for the bits. I love bits. Okay, so the good news is we're back. The unfortunate news is I think unless we rewind, I think the monster might be dead. Which is bad, because monster surviving is kind of a stipulation of the mission. So, I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna burn one of my precious rewinds. And this time, I'm gonna have monster shoot this guard and steal from this guard with Decker and shut the door. And I'm not going to let myself get seen by this security camera either, because that was a pointless thing to happen. Why is Nika not standing on this guard? Oh, I guess he only is sat down for... Oh yeah, that was it. She KO'd him in my turn. Okay. In that case, I will repeat some parts of this turn. Oh, whoops. That was a mistake. Oh well, that's fine. We don't really care about that door. Okay, so Monster is going to shoot out this guard, Decker is going to steal from this one, and we're going to shut the door. And then I think we're going to hide, I guess, because this guard is going to learn where we are, right? No, not necessarily. If we manage not to get seen by the security camera, it will be fine. Okay. We're going to get another parasite. Oh no, we're going to wait until we know what's going on. RE this camera, because I don't... Why did it start up? Oh, we triggered this security demon by knocking this guard out. I see. Okay. Well, in that case, shots.
Warning, demon installed.
Okay. Oh, alarm goes up too, huh? Okay. So that starts the FTM scanner, that turns on this camera. But the guards are... When are the guards going to learn? I don't know. I'm just going to keep blundering through this until eventually we get it right. So yeah, this is going to make me slightly encumbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where can Decker get to? Only here. So I guess he's going to hide here. Closed door before I forget.
Hey, did you see that?
Huh? When you say, hey, did you see that? Like, you didn't. You didn't? I guess he must have seen, it must have been seen on this camera or another guard down the hall. Weird. Don't really know what's going on there. We're going to also make sure not to get owned by this camera. Heck to that. We're going to do our best to hide from this guard. And we're going to run Decker to here. We're going to run International to here, so she can take the card. Is there anything else we want to parasite? Doesn't really look like it. Can you go onto Overwatch just in case? No, you can just shoot whomsoever should try to mess with you. So with that in mind, you are going to go here and hide. And we are going to hope that this FTM scanner doesn't own us. That camera turns on, but it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Cool. So now, drop this card. Okay, we're going to close this door just in case, but we are going to park back on this guard. What does he have? Oh, hell of a dollar bill. Now we can scout out with International while we sort of dance around this guard. Or we can actually leave. Can he leave? Oh, we can all leave. Excellent. Let's all leave. But first of all, let's see what's through this door. Oh, nothing. But it's a way into this room that isn't passed through this guard, which I like. Is he gonna... This location is hidden from the enemy, so I don't believe he can see this door opening, but he might be able to, who knows.
What was that?
Yeah,
Investigating.
I don't really get why you can see that. That's interesting communication, but okay. Well, I guess that means that Monster is stuck here. I guess that means that the guard can move over to here, Monster can hide here, and then move around past the guard, right? Meanwhile, Decker is gonna scuttle over here and hide. And we're just gonna hope this all goes well, really, because at the moment things are going bad in pretty quick succession. But I think this is our line. Also, entertainingly, this guard is pinning his comrade, which is funny. Any more parasites that we need? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Now we just have to hope, I guess.
Reaching the door.
Okay.
We're checking things out.
Okay. Okay. Let's just get the hell away from this guy. Huh. That's just not how you should do that. You should kick fewer doors, maybe. I don't know. Weirdo. Nika's various guns are still available. One of Nika's various guns is still available. Closed door hide? Because we want to get these two out of this room. If at all possible, which it looks like it is. I'm going to have a look at this door, because I'm greedy. Actually, there's still a hiding space accessible to us if we spend a point on this door. That looks like an FTM scanning amp. Woo! 5 firewalls is a few. Well, parasite it is, I guess. Gotta remember to close this door. Yeah, this has been a kind of sloppy mission so far. Hopefully things don't continue in this fashion. Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, sweet. That guard is, for some reason, interested in this space. I'm not going to complain. I'm into that. So, we're going to have a peek through this door. Get another camera. Might as well bag that. Yeah. And then I guess I think I'm not going to risk opening this door just yet, but I am going to move them to here because this guard might be investigating the space now. Who knows what I'll be doing in 5 minutes. So yeah, Nika's gonna have to be wary of guards, I think. I'll have to get that super rifle going at some point. So I'm gonna open this door. Okay, there's a pulse drone here. What can we do about that? We can parasite it, I guess. But that's pretty... I don't know. What's it gonna do next? Go over there. Okay. My thinking is I want to hide monsters somewhere while we wait for this camera to go down. But I don't know where exactly. And I also want to make sure that there's nothing important in this door. Oh, it's also just occurred to me that the scanning amp is about to... scanning. Did we just sink 8 power into this now? That feels rough, but also maybe necessary. Otherwise the guards are just gonna find us. Tight.
Finally, our luck is turning about. Now press the advantage. Good job, operator. At least you won't need to worry about that one anymore.
Until they reboot it, of course. Right, well, we've got quite a lot of AP now. So... get the power. Again, loads of power. And again, I think... oh, we can peek around this corner, can't we? There we go. Parasite this camera. And hope there's nothing spooky waiting for us around this corner. Okay, so now actually we can play slightly faster and looser with our power because the number of important devices we have to hack just lowered quite significantly. If this pulse is going to be over here, is it going to detect me here? An interesting question. Can I? Oh. So is there like a camera somewhere around here? Maybe here? Yeah, I think it might be here. Yeah, there it is. So I don't think this drone can actually see me. I think it will just pulse, which means if I hug this wall, I should be invisible to it. So our monster is just hiding here. Actually, is it better for him to hide? I think it's probably better for him to hide there. If he is just hiding. Just to give, I don't know. There's just really not much to be gained from him being there. So I'm going to hug this wall and hope that this pulse drone doesn't pulse me, because I want to see what's through here. And yeah, I think that's us for this turn. Nika can observe these guards. Oh no, oh, okay, cool, he's going over there. And you are going over there. Tight. Nika is safe for another day. That Decker's got AP still. not going to open that door. I'm not that person. Oh, he pulses. Right. Okay. Now you see, that's something. Oh, this has all gone catastrophically wrong. So. So, like, I had assumed that observing this drone's actions. Okay, yeah. I could have read the pulse scanner thing that said activates at the beginning of a turn. That has completely owned me. Are we burning another rewind? I think we might be. Terrible though that feels. This has gone astonishingly poorly. So Decker has to KO this guard this turn to survive. Let's say he does. What do we do then? Because what we could do is we can try playing out this turn, seeing how much of it we can salvage, and then if that turns out not to be enough, we can burn the rewind, which is actually probably better than just snap rewinding. Let's do that. No, I don't want to ambush, I want to KO this guard. Ugh. Right, what's in here? A door. A power console. Let's gain some information.
There's the transport pad, but it's locked down. There must be a fail-safe mechanism somewhere that we can override.
Huh? What? Why does it say agent tracked enemy will turn as you move? How weird. Well, we found the lift. We can all get on here. So that's worth knowing. That's some information that we've gained. International can move here.
Got away.
What happens if I do this? Oh, it doesn't even hear it. Whoopsie. Okay, well, we're learning. We're learning how ping works, and actually, it might be very useful for us in this particular case. But I think it's difficult to imagine a situation in which we don't reverse this turn, unless. What happens if I pass here? Because like. Guard runs over here. It looks like he stops here. Maybe we can like hide and shock him. But then if I pass and see that, I lose my chance to rewind to the beginning of the last turn, which is a sad time. So basically, I think we do that last turn ever so slightly differently. We just hack the pulse drone before the other stuff happens. We gain some nice information. We know that the exit is over here, which is nice. And we probably could have gained by just hacking the pulse drone. But, I don't know, I just like saying but. Right. So, with that in mind, let's rewind. And try and save the last rewind for the next mission. The next part of this mission, even. So yeah, the other thing is I don't need to actually, now that I know that the only thing through there is the pulse drone and the exit, I actually don't need to put Decker in there anymore. So I can just finish hacking the FTM.
Finally, our luck is turning about. Now press the advantage.
This is probably bad form, but I want to
Good job,
win the
operator.
mission.
At least you won't need to worry about that one anymore.
Oh hey, it's Gunrun. Welcome to the stream, Gunrun. We're playing Invisible Ink. Right. So, now we move up here as a team. Can we ping in there? Will it, like, pull them to the source of the... Like, where do they... Do they investigate the center of the noise? Let's find out. Yes, okay. Right. Well, in that case, let's scuttle on. Peek. Ah, I see we don't have this camera anymore. But that's fine. I suppose we can even get that vision now, can't we? Yes. Right. So this guard is definitely gonna go this way. Yeah, he's gonna investigate the noise. Okay, cool. That means that we can end the turn out of cover, even if that is a big risk. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Chat's talking about Kendrick Lamar winning the Pulitzer. Yeah, it's awesome. 2018 is wild. Is this? I'm gonna maybe try and. I can't tell if this spot is. I think this spot is better hidden from the door than the one I'm at right now. But apart from that, I am gonna just pass the turn. I think. Actually, I'm gonna chisel this so it breaks by next turn, so we can actually move. And I hope that one of the other access locks is on this side. No, I want to be in slightly better cover than this, don't I? Just in case.
Investigating area.
See, we'd be totally fucked if we hadn't broken the FTM, but oh, that's so annoying. Let's spend another flipping. Oh, it could be worse, I suppose. Oh wait, is there AP permanent? Oh, I see, for these many turns. Fair enough then, I guess. Wireless scanning, more peeking, another door. Is there no, okay, another guard is probably going to come in through here, or maybe like here. I don't know, but yeah, that's something to be aware of. Another camera, which we're probably gonna dagger that next turn. But I reckon this door is what we're here for. Okay, Monster is going to be our extra body in here, and Decker is going to cover the hall in case bad things happen. Is there anything going on in here? No. Oh yeah, it would be in there, wouldn't it? Yeah, Decker is going to see them a long way off if they come up this hall. Do we have to worry about this guy? No. Can Nika go and have a look at what's going on outside? Yes, okay, currently nothing. This is tense. Games turn out to be tense when you've just punted like 3 times in a row. Let's get properly hidden. And probably pass.
Investigating area. Looking around.
Cool, these two are stuck on each other again. That will break next turn. And we're knifing this camera. Right. Show me the money. There it is. Okay. So now, I guess we're trying to figure out okay, so this guard is coming into here now, which is a concern. Really more of a concern is where he's going to go after that. This guard is determined to investigate useless rooms over this way. So yeah, the thing about these switches is they're opposite ends of the stage and we need to flick them at the same time. So
There's the other security switch.
basically it's going to be a matter of hiding both of our characters in here. Oh, doesn't fit. Lovely. Oh, there's a guard in here as well, so I can't run. Ugh. This is hard. This is really hard. But there's a chance we'll make it. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, Disruptor's cooled back down. That's good. But it's this guard that's coming to investigate here, isn't it? So we'll need to do some hacking before we can shock that guard. Unless, wait, we have AP too, don't we? Yeah. Rats. There's going to be a lot of power to get through these. So yeah, we're basically probably going to end up passing turn like twice just to break down these firewalls.
Investigating area. Investigating.
Okay. All-seeing eye, tell me. What is this guard going to do next? Oh, cool. Useless things. And this guard is not a threat currently. Okay. So these are at 2 each. So if we wait until next turn, it'll be 4 power to break them all, and we'll be left with 4. Okay. I think that's probably our line. I am going to, if we're convinced that this guard is not coming anywhere helpful, I'm going to drag this guard's body. Oh wait, I've run over. Yeah. But for next turn, I'm going to drag the body to here so I can flick the switch and then run off the body. I need to check this door before I leave as well. Ugh, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on here. This is a remarkably complex level to generate procedurally. Like, you've got, you know, action points that you need to be able to, like, get from the start point to, and then, like, split up and flip them both at the same time, and then get to this third location. Wild. Oof, okay. But I think for now we are passing. So we can have another parasite turn.
Hey, intruder!
Well, that's about as badly as that could possibly have gone. Do I get shot if I drop this body? No. well that's good, because that means I can shoot this guard. Does mean I have 2 guards in here when I want 0. But actually no, this kind of solves our problem of getting past this guard for us, because now we break both of these firewalls. Then we can... This guard isn't doing anything, is he? Yeah, because now we can basically just like leave. We have to move quite quickly, but we can leave now if we shoot this guy. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to break this and this. That's so bad for me, wow. Okay. But yeah, I am going to shoot this. Use an attack, gain AP. Activate this. Same time, yeah. And then International's going to activate this. And the lock opens.
Deactivated. Serves them right for buying cheap knockoff equipment.
So now
Those parts from me.
we leave, close this door behind us. Close this door behind us. And probably close like this door. Can Decker see that guy? Yes, what's he doing next? Come back out here. Great. Guess Decker's going in here? Jeez, this is a patchy turn. This door's been exploded. Excellent. Always what we want to see from doors. Yeah, so I don't think there are any guards in here. And if there are, I think we might be le fucked. Can I run this turn? I don't know. I don't want to take that risk. This guard is going into here. Oh hey, a bit. Thanks so much, Gunrun. So Gunrun is asking what bits do. Bits are, they're like a weird tipping currency that Twitch uses. Basically, you give them to me, and they eventually turn into money. Not very much money, but still money. So thank you very much for donating a bit. And yeah, as Will says, it gets you number 2 on the leaderboard. I hear that for Amazon Prime users, bits are cheap at the moment, but I don't really know to what extent that's the case. As ever, I'm thankful for anything and all you can give me, and don't really care if you can't. Every single viewer of my stream is exactly as important as every other. I staunchly believe this. Right. So, these two are waking up next turn, so I actually probably want to hide from... No, I just want to minimize any chance of this happening to me. Yeah, I think we're done for this turn. Oh, no. Great. We were exactly within pulse range there. Oh, good. Oh, good! This is so bad. This is... Ooh, astonishingly bad. Okay, so we were exactly within range of that pulse, which is pretty remiss of me, considering I could have just hacked it. Oh no, it had 3 firewalls, so I literally couldn't have hacked it. Nice. What can I do about this? Can I go invisible and then shank him? I think I might do that. How far can International get this turn? Pretty far, actually. Okay, so what if I was to turn invisible? They got away. And run over here. And shock this guard. Yeah, that's it, there was another teleport here. So I'm not sure quite what you're saying, Gunrun, when you say that I'm doing well and security level 3 doesn't seem to be that bad. So the security level 3 is like the total number of... the security level increases by 1 for each one of these that fills. They fill once every time a turn ends, and also every time you are spotted by a drone or guard. And each time it goes up a level, something bad happens. And the last time, a guard was added directly where our most vulnerable agent is. So that's why I say things are going really badly for me. I mean, I think actually we're not in as bad a position as I thought, but we're in quite a bad position. So who's interested? Oh, everyone is interested in this spot. Great, I love it. Perfect. Is this gun cool now? It is. Okay. I think it might be... So the real problem with this, the real problem with this is it's looking increasingly like I will eventually become tempted to leave without International, which is a bad, terrible thing that is nonetheless possible. Who can see that guard? Can everyone see that guard? No. Just monster. Great. And that uses all of my AP, which means I can't observe this guard. Oh, that's annoying. How far can Nika get? Can she see him now? Nope. Well, she can get to here. Okay, I'm gonna shock this guard because it's messing me up. Why didn't this drone move? I don't understand this drone. I'm gonna drag this guard into here and shut the door. No? Okay, I just roll the body to do that. Okay, so this has AP4. So if I equip this, I hide Nika in here, and I hide Monster in here, then I'll be able to knock out this guard. Which will mean that, hopefully, if this guard ends up coming here, which I think actually he might not do. It looks like he's going over here for some reason. I don't really know why. Oof. This is a real mess. Maybe this guard is investigating here. I don't know. I don't heckin' know. I'm gonna put Nika here. I'm gonna put Monster here. And then put Nika on Overwatch. Just in case. Okay, so now my primary concern is... Oh no, never mind. She can't actually get to there. Okay, cool. So that means that International is just going here. And I'm hoping that this guard doesn't end up spotting her. God, this is a mess. This is one of the sloppier operations Invisible Ink has been a part of. Can I hack this at all? No, doesn't look like it. I'm 1 power down. And the pulse goes through walls. I'm gonna guess so. Oof, there's a lot going on. As ever in Invisible Ink. Oh, these two are gonna get pulse droned anyway. Right, that's why I'm planning for this. Okay, but actually, might not be the worst thing in the world. Right. These two turning up is also a concern. But I think if we can get this guard out, International can start running. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Yeah, okay. So these two get spotted. Ah.
What was that?
Oh, she can escape though. Okay, cool. So the pulse drone is all in on... Okay, so we just need to try and leave. No, wait, what? The enemy is... Huh? Wait, huh? What? The agent tracked thing is coming up whoever in weird places. This is strange. How far can International run? Quite a long way. I think I'm in on this plan. I think we're just going to try and run. So, but that agent tracked thing is really messing with me. I think I'm okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, okay, cool. We're fine.
Hey, investigating.
Close the door. Okay, I think we might actually be, unless these guards are a lot closer than they look, we might actually be clear. Can I can. So we're basically hoping there's no other guard, because if there is, we're just perma-fucked. Oh, and we can get this power. Justice. And we kind of need to drag this guard with us until we can leg it to the teleporter. Oh yeah, this pulse drone is still here. But hopefully... we can just knife this pulse drone next turn. Or we could just get it now. Yeah, I think we just get it now. Oh, and that's ours for 2 turns, but not 1. Nice. Jeez, there's a lot going on here. That was such a dangerous run as International, but we made it, just.
There's the transport pad, all warmed up and ready.
Okay. So next turn we basically try and see if International can run to the teleporter, and if she can't, we just pass the turn, I guess. Well, we wait until she can, basically, because we've got to sit on this guard. Okay, cool. Wowee. This is a lot. Oh, cool, those guards barely move.
Investigating.
Yeah, yeah. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she can't make it this turn, which means we're doing another turn of dragon. Well, this has been a complete and total mess, which I guess is what we signed up for, but even still, oof. Okay, they're gonna drop in another guard.
Guard down.
Yeah, yeah.
Additional guard patrols. Kill them. Kill them all.
I found down drone.
Okay, cool. We can leave.
And here we are. Brace yourselves. There'll be some turbulence as we tunnel through the shielding.
Okay, that's the first part of that done. Now, unfortunately, I think there is a second part. Yeah.
Engage B in 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. B.
That was encouraging. Right.
Feels like my head's on backwards.
Monster, give us a status report.
We made it through in one piece. I don't recognize the corporate markings. It seems my contact may have not been who she claimed.
Fancy that.
Transported clear across the city. It's going to take us a couple of minutes to track down your precise location. Secure the prototype and await our arrival.
Okay. Tight. Locate the laboratory and hold out until the jet arrives. Secondary objectives: find and steal credits. I'm good, actually. Right. So this is going to be interesting. This 8 armor guard is I'm against it. Jeez.
Civilians. They're working late, aren't they? Maybe we should interrogate them.
Whoa, what?
There's no time. Even if they know anything useful, it'll be blocked behind redundant levels of mimetic training.
Pity.
Mimetic training. That's quite a funny thing for there to be. Probably get quite a lot of that on Twitter these days. Well, we sure got some rooms. And what's in here? Ah, yet more cameras. Oh Lord. Okay. So this is bad. This is really bad. I don't know what there is that we can really do at this stage, apart from kind of wait for these cameras to hack out so we can actually get into this building.
These people. I'm seeing elements sourced from all of the major corps.
Interesting. Could this be the same conglomerate that orchestrated the raid on our headquarters?
Yeah,
Seems just
gee.
a little bit too convenient, doesn't it? A bit too tidy.
Yeah, well.
Speculate later. Focus on the mission goals for now.
God, this is a lot. This is kind of a stark contrast from Into the Breach, where rather than, because like this game, there's this thing where you have kind of, I guess, a level of anxiety about whether playing through it whether you've managed to steal enough stuff to meaningfully attempt the final mission, right? Like actually getting enough stuff. Like it gets to this point where failing to like get a lot out of a mission feels like you might as well just restart the whole playthrough. Whereas Into the Breach says and is very clear about the fact that it scales your final mission to the kind of stuff that you have, how many islands that you've done, and that kind of thing. I think that's quite interesting. It's an interesting sort of it's a difference in styles, I guess. A difference in the kinds of things it wants you to take away, I guess. What's in here? God. Omni Harbinger. Alarm when KO'd. Okay, well, we'd like to avoid that if we can. So I think we're probably passing and hoping that this door has something nicer for us. But I don't think that it will. We could just try sneaking around this guard the old-fashioned way. Let's bring International over here and see if she can wireless sense this camera. No? Okay. Tight. Maybe we'll just be sneaking around this guard instead. Heavens to Betsy. This is going to be a lot.
I don't recognize those uniforms. I hate not knowing who we're up against.
Is it possible that Omni are all of the corporations? I still see the whole room. It's like they've learned. You. Okay, stationary. So yeah, the whole room is noticed by this guard with 8 armor. Oh, this door's locked as well. Ugh, this is miserable. Ooh, we could probably rob this guard though, can't we? Nope, we run out of AP by the time we get there. Does it cost AP to steal from a guard? Oh, we got 3 rewinds back, that's nice. This guard's not facing the right way to see us. If we... What? I guess he is facing the right way to see us. That's not remotely clear from this user interface. And he doesn't have a card anyway. Tight. This is going to be rough. I guess we're shocking this guard. And then trying to move through here, I guess. Can we apply any parasites? Yeah, let's apply, yeah.
That's new.
They're bringing new security measures to bear against us. This had better be worth the risk.
Okay. So we're going to get as many people through this door as we can, I think. Maybe just park monster on top of that guard? One second. Yeah, I don't really know how we're gonna... There's so much to think about here. What does this mean? Investigating curious event. Oh, I wish you wouldn't. I really wish you wouldn't. No. I can't even see where... Okay, he's going here. So there's like less than no way we can all hide in this room, so we're gonna have to hide in the next room. I think probably we just let go of this guard and hope that we can find freedom and fortune in the next room. So, forwards, I guess. Well, that's clearly of interest. So we want to be hidden from this square, really, if we can. God, this is all so much. There's this guard over here. What if... Oh, investigating... Is that the curious event this man's investigating? So he's not even expecting to see us, but he is going to see the body of this guard. This was such a mistake. That guard can totally see me from here. Oh, God. Oh, I hate this. I hate this a lot. Actually, if I close the door behind me, the scientist should be distracted by the body of this guard, and I will not be punished for my egregious mistake. Gunrun in the chat is asking if this is a roguelike, and if I fuck up, I'm permadone. The answer is yes, I am permadone if I fuck up. There's a lot riding on this. I mean, you know, there's nothing riding on this like in every other roguelike, but, you know, it's still something. I don't know. Anyway, point is, this is our turn, and hopefully it doesn't go terribly for us. Oh, are you serious? Oh, why? Oh, God.
Hey, you okay?
I can't believe I spent all that time preparing for one thing and then like 3 other things happened. This is so bad. Also, there's a vision coming from here, it looks like. Yeah, someone can see around that corner. Okay, well I can close that door, can't I? Yeah, break that Overwatch. Okay. Sure. What's in here? Nothing. Finally. A room with nothing in it. Oh, monster totally... Oh no, he can make it out of this room. Okay. Everyone through the door. Oh no. There's a dead end. Okay, he can just make it tight. And she can too. Nice. Okay. Okay, you are gonna hide. Probably like here. Okay, cool. So that's our guard that we don't like. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, I would not expect me to do this mission from the way that it started, but maybe being seen a lot is normal? Right. Well.
Hey, you okay?
Cool, that scientist is evacuating.
Guard down. Guard down.
Ooh, hello friends.
Investigating area. Hey. Hey, you okay?
There's a lot going on there.
Warning, demon installed.
Great. Oh, 9 firewalls, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. This is a place where noise might actually be super useful for us, because we could, like, I don't know, pull some of them elsewhere. I don't know where, though. I suppose they'll investigate it even if they can, like, see the source of noise, right? That could be fun. Let's see what's through this door. Another door. Ah, shit. Well, this is really, really bad, because it's not over here. Whatever we're looking for, it sure as hell isn't over here. Which means it's probably over here, which is a fresh hell. I'm gonna try something. What am I gonna try? Because I want to use this to pull all of those guards over here so they're not looking at me, so I can... Does this... No. Yeah, can I pull them all over here so I can, like, run past them? Because that would be really funny. I'd love to do that. Let's spend some time observing the movements of these guards. Going over there. Going over there. Going over there. Okay. Well, the good news is it could be worse. The bad news is it could be a lot better. Gonna get this power, because power makes the world go round. And I think I am gonna pulse. Ping, even. And I'm gonna, can I? No. I was wondering if the pulse drone was still around, but it looks like he ain't. I'll try and get Nika through to here, see if I can do anything with that. I'm mainly just interested to see what they all do with this pulse that's in the same room as them.
They're down. I'm calling it in. Hey,
Oh hey, that did work.
they're down. I'm calling it in.
Calling it in.
Oh, great. Of course. Fuck. Oh, they're all going that way. That's so good. And that's probably where that scientist will go too. Wow, ping is great. Jeez. Okay. Well, that means I can group Decker up with the rest. Slightly. Fucking hell. This is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah, I think we're just waiting again. I'm hoping that scientist... Wait, oh no, I've realised something terrible. Oh no, the scientists are on the other way. That's fine. Everything is fine. I thought that scientist was going to try and run for this teleporter. Polstrain, you are going to get shanked. I love that the guards are all super investigating this area. That's so good. Right. You can go with them. Go where they're going. Can Decker make it? He just about can. That's pretty cool. This has almost worked. Like, another couple of turns and this will have worked. Which I can't quite believe. Good night, Gunrun. Thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been a lot. Excellent. That scientist has escaped.
We're checking things out.
Okay, that guard is definite. Yeah, same. Right. So there's a lot of power here, so we can be pretty fast and loose with our lockpicks if we need to be. I'm interested in what's around this corner. It's a camera. Cool. Can we peek? Yes. It's just a camera. There's nothing else interesting here. I'm gonna... Like, we can afford to, so why not? What's this guy doing this turn? Okay, right. Going into there. Does he have anything? A barrier. Okay, well, we're all moving into here. And International is just gonna wait. And if things go really badly, I can rewind to this turn and just not investigate this camera because it's useless, really. This is, for something that was going utterly excruciatingly poorly like 5 seconds ago, it's going really well now. How's ping doing? Oh, it's 1 turn cooldown. See, it's about to kick off. Man, this game, it's really good. Okay, cool. Mainframe firewall's about to be heavily strengthened. That seems really bad for me, because I can't really hack what we are dealing with right now. We'll see, I guess. That guard can totally get through that door. Oh, you fool.
We're investigating the scene.
Depending on if this guard is trying to come through this door. Jeez, +2. That means these are 11 now? Oh. We're on turn 10. We're halfway there. That's not terrible. Yeah, Riggs is in the chat saying I was supposed to be playing another game after this. I was not expecting this to take so long, considering we've done upwards of 3 missions in some streams, but less than 1 in this stream. So basically, if we finish in the next 20 minutes, I will consider starting the next game, but as is, it's not looking super likely. Right, so you can actually get out. Oh, the guard's not coming this way. Justice. Might as well max out on power before we leave it behind. This camera is... No, the drone is rebooting, sure, okay. Right, what's through here? Is it the lab? Please let it be the lab.
Ah, here's our MacGuffin.
What?
It's a technical term.
Yeah, Monster sounds like pretty aware that he's in fiction. Can we just like wait here, or are we gonna have to like get back to the telepad? That's a thing that would be nice to know. Oh, getting this is probably gonna like send out a ping, isn't it? Ugh. But it is it's what we're in for, so let's go, I guess. Man, this is like super climactic. I'm well into it. That's one of the fantastic things about this game, is it just plays out such fantastic narratives through its just like a natural evolution of how its mechanics work. It's really good. Yeah. I tell you what, because I have miraculously still got 3 rewinds, I'm gonna brute force my way through these. If I even can I? Well, that's 8, that's 12. Well, I exactly can. And then if they send out pulses... Yeah, fine. Unless he's investigating this room, in which case, bad. But yeah. So now I can get some more power, get everyone into this room, get everyone hidden in this room, crucially. Oh, whoops. Yeah, get everyone hidden in this room. And then I can see if this... I can see how this works, I guess. Ugh. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Where's this guard going? It's something I'd like to know, but I guess I won't for some time. Nope, never mind. Here he comes. I'm gonna ping that guard because I want to. Okay, no radar ping so far.
We've got
Quantum
it.
reservoir.
He was twisted in the wind for too long now.
We're almost there. Get back to the teleport room and stop whining.
Okay. Get back to the teleport room seems somewhat beyond my capacity at this stage. If I hold out until the jet arrives, does that just end the mission anyway? Or what? Like, this is not clear, and I would really like it to be clear, because I'm basically going all in on it if it is. But if it's not, I'm hecked. Because, no. No. That's not happening. I don't even have the key to get back through this door. Like, there's so many things that will go wrong between here and there. It will be a massive undertaking to get back out that way. God, I hope that door doesn't open. Oh, I didn't. Thank heavens. Can I can't. No, I can't. manual save, can I? Auto save or bust. I think I will just hold out until the jet arrives. And then if that is like somewhere else that I'm meant to get to, then that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Put some parasites on these just for funsies. Okay. Oh good. Oh good.
What was that?
That guard has a scanner pulse. Excellent. So you only have AP2 though, so I can just shoot you, like, which I might just do. But it looks like nobody saw that, which means we should be able to close this door and just gently drag this card out of frame. Oh no, okay. Well, I guess we're just leaving him here then and waiting until next turn to start the dragging. What are you gonna do, I wonder? Not come this way. Excellent. I love it when people don't come this way. Jeez.
We're having a look around here.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Investigating.
Alarm level 4. Quick resuscitation protocol is installed.
Yep. Things sure are getting worse. How far can I drag this body? Ooh, not very. Certainly not to cover. What happens if I drag it to here? I get 2 AP and can move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This leaves me with 3 AP. That's not very much, is it? Well, I think we're just kind of banking on no big armor guards coming through here. Yeah, I guess we'll pass again.
Investigating.
Investigate.
Ooh. Right. This is one of the 1,000 armor guards, is it? No, only 4. Can we hack that down, or... No. So... I guess it's Nika or nothing. Okay. So Nika's going to shoot this guard out, and we're going to drag him to a hiding spot with Decker. Wow, I hope this works. Oh, Nika gets to close this door now. That's cool. You go away. Okay, 4 more turns. Can we do it? That elite enforcer is also coming this way, isn't he? I'm going to drop this now, can't I? This is empty forever. Yeah. Nope.
Investigating
Did make it
area.
in. I sure do hope this ends the level, because if it doesn't, we've lost. Or have we? Actually, we might be able to run to the teleporter at this point, now that we've taken out loads of the guards. But it would be a run, like AP all the way up, let's just go. But let's get to turn 20. God, I sure do hope it wasn't just a requirement.
Alarm level 5.
Yeah.
Enforcers deployed. They will be your target.
We are at your location and ready for transport.
My hero.
Don't get used to it.
Okay, cool. So it was just a requirement. What happened here? Why wasn't KO resistance, I guess? Okay. Well, I'm mad as hell. Oh, I see. We KO'd him on. Oh. Okay. So, at this point, our only strategy is to just fucking leg it. And probably die on the way out. I don't want to put the time into figuring out how we get out of here without being seen. But it involves running this way, I think.
Warning.
Investigating area.
Oh good. Spotted by this pulse drone. Oh no. Okay. Okay. I get the picture.
Hey. Investigating.
Okay, I'm gonna knife this. Oh no, I can't. Okay. Well, just gonna... Oh no, I can knife this. And... Can I... I do not have this keycard, no. And even if I did, like, bad things. I'm gonna block this door. That's what I'm gonna do. Sadly, it doesn't block this. Maybe it doesn't even block the door. I don't know. But I think these guards are going to try and... Well, this guard is a really long way to go, actually. He has to go all the way... Oh no, this is a door, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. But I'm gonna... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ping, like, here. Try and get these guards interested in going over here, so I can try and run past them into the teleporter. What's this guard gonna do? Oh, go the other way. Okay, so it benefits us to be quiet at this particular point. We're not completely fucked yet. Not just yet. How far can monster get? Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Right. How far can Nika get? Okay, also not too bad. We're looking worryingly close to maybe not failing this mission. Leaving. He's going over.
Hey. Investigating area.
And now, I'm going to move this drone here. For personal reasons. There's a guy here. Wait, how are my guns looking? They're on 5. A monster can actually shoot out this guard. That's great. Okay, I have quite a lot of rewinds to burn at this point, so I might start experimenting with how far I can run. Because if I run to here, no one hears me, and I get to shoot out this guard. Well, if I need to, I might not even need to. This is gonna happen. I'm starting to believe this is gonna happen. This is like that bit in the Matrix where Lawrence Fishburne says he's beginning to believe. Because now... Do we have any pings? No. What's this guard gonna do? Go into here. It's kicking off. The fated victory is upon us. Do I shoot now? No, next turn.
Investigating area.
Come on. Okay. Okay. We have rewinds to spend. Okay. Admittedly, this has gone pretty badly. So I can't... Is there anything I can do here? So if I fire this gun, what happens? Yep. Right. Monster dies. And the mission fails.
Do you know how much time and money has gone into that agent's training? I won't have you wasting company resources that way. Get them back to the jet.
Okay, so let's fully explore how this turn pans out. So what happens if International moves?
Investigating.
Okay, she can get to the teleporter. What can Nika do? Nika can get to the teleporter? Can Nika... Yes. Now Decker, the thing about Decker is he can turn invisible.
Damn it, they got away.
What happens if... Can he drag Monster while invisible? He can.
Target down.
So, what if, instead of all of that, instead of all of that we rewind to the beginning of last turn, and how long does this cloak last? Until the next turn, right, okay, sure. What if we all run through and someone else picks up Monster as well? Because if we put Monster down here, that doesn't actually give us enough AP to get to the teleporter. Okay, sure. Because we're about to become visible next turn and get owned by this guard. Do we have any guns? No. International doesn't have armor piercing. Okay. What's Decker's gun? Decker's gun is still cooling down. What if we could... What if we could exchange weapons with Decker to take his electroshocker? Ooh, ooh. I have a feeling this could work. Or at least, no wait, no, because he'll be on Overwatch from here. But I could, because he's only got 1 armor, or 0 armor. Oh, Incognito is locked, sure. Is that a demon? Yes. Ooh. Flotaro has suggested body blocking with Nika, and that's not a terrible plan. Because that means that... Yeah, I think that might work, actually. Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. Because that means that the Overwatch triggers on Nika, but then Decker is able to move in and activate the teleporter, and then everyone is safe. I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to potentially completely skullfuck this playthrough by moving our rewind past this turn. Because I have another line, which is to try passing, sort of baton passing Decker's electroshocker to Nika so she can shock this guard. Let's try this.
You can run, scum, but you can't stop.
Okay.
Stop.
The other thing is that Decker becomes visible. Doesn't actually trigger Overwatch on this guard. So if I move to here, Decker dies.
You know how much time and money has gone into that agent's training. I won't
But
have
we
you waste
can,
company
like,
resources that way.
leave?
Take them back to the jet.
Are you serious? Are you serious? So wait, who leaves if we do this? Is it only the alive agents? This is gonna happen, isn't it? Wow. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. We won that mission because Okay, so we won that mission because International had a Medigel in her hand that 3 times I said, I'm never gonna need that. And then the 3rd time I said, oh, go on then, what's the worst that could happen? And it sat there unused for missions and missions and missions. And then she needed it in the final play of the final turn. Wow.
I've got something you might be interested in. I need a quick decision.
Jeez. That's amazing. Holy wow. That was so good. That was so good. Oh my lord. I'm buzzing now. That was great. Oh, there's a day 5.
Look at this thing. This is
Wow.
beyond the technological capabilities of any known corporation. Hell, it's even beyond my own.
It could be a toaster oven for all I care. Turn it on.
Power reserve restored. Way integrity restored. Operating at 97.
Does the DLC add another half to the campaign?
Make some powerful toast.
But it's only temporary. The batteries won't last
Ah.
long with this load. We can find replacements in the field, but her personality matrix is still...
Are
I'll
you
take that as my
serious?
cue to leave. There was some now. As much as I've enjoyed destroying my...
Agreed. We'll be in touch. Operator, we've bought more time, but the game is still afoot.
Ugh. Okay, yeah, this is definitely like DLC additional campaign stuff. Well, that's a sort of anticlimax. That was a lot. That was very intense, and also Decker didn't die somehow. I guess he was on he was like in critical condition on the teleporter, so actually probably didn't even need to waste that med gel. But it was a powerful thematic conclusion that I'm glad we did. Well, after that intense burst of emotional energy, there's definitely enough invisible ink for this evening. So the question really is, should I go to bed or do we want to start the mystery game? Because I'm not going to play this next week. Holy wow, I can't handle this. I need a break. But yeah, does the stream want me to play this stream's mystery game? Sound off in the chat if you want me to play the mystery game. Because that's something I can definitely do. I'll only play it for like half an hour or something, but I'll definitely play it. Alright, we got votes for the mystery game. In that case, I'm gonna call an end to Invisible Ink and take a second while I get the mystery game going, because that blue screen has probably done some things to the setup I had for it. So let me exit this game, give me a hot second, and I'll be right with you. And we're back. Hello. Is this gonna work? Oh, this isn't capturing properly. Why is that? Oh, it should be working. Oh, there it is. We did it. Oh, it's quiet. Yeah! We're playing some goddamn Game Boy Advance games, is what we're doing. Oh, the audio is going to be a little fiddly while I get my pad working. Hang on a second. This is a mess. Let's make it slightly less of a mess. Work? There we go. Work. Okay, we are playing Super Robot Tyson Original Generation, or Super Robot Wars as I will call it ever after, because that's just what it's called. And work, darn you. And yeah, so this game, as you may have noticed from the title screen, is it's a game by Banpresto Software, who are a tactics RPG developer who exclusively make like weird Japanese like mech games, basically. And so Super Robot Wars is we're just going to pick Ryusei because he's a simple character. But yeah, so they have a big long history of making mech games that have every single anime in them. Like the first Super Robot Wars was just an excuse to get all the Gundams in one place. But as time went on, they started making their own games with, like, because each story would have original characters in it to kind of paper over the cracks of not being able to include literally every anime character. So these games, the original generation games, are conglomerates of all of their various original intellectual properties. So this dialogue we're going through here is first contact with a sort of insectoid mech-like alien race who basically just attacked us while we were going into space. And you can see that also that's the sort of the stock game screen is a grid like that. And already there's a lot going on here, right? So we have our text bar at the bottom with as much dialogue as you could reasonably fit onto a Game Boy Advance screen, a little character portrait with various expressions available, and a little icon highlighting who in this picture is meant to be speaking. And nested into that, there are like each icon on the screen on the grid is like an abstraction of the unit it describes, right? So these insects spawn, and you can kind of see there's a kind of... We're just going to skip all this dialogue because it's not actually super interesting for us right now. But basically, this is our captain Elzum. He's a super ace pilot who's really good, and his how do we hang on status. So his mech, the Gespenst Mark II-R, is like the standard mech, I guess. If you've ever watched Mobile Suit Gundam, it's the equivalent of a Zack, basically. And so yeah, like you can see how this it's all gone wrong. Right, you can see how that little icon there is like an abstraction of the helmet of that thing. You can kind of see it. It's got the little ears and stuff. And yeah, so that's one thing first up that I really like, because that itself is an abstraction of a more like a bigger proper design of a mech. Like the mechs in this game, they're super tiny. They're cute to sort of fit onto a Game Boy Advance screen. I think that's kind of cool. That's something that I like a lot, is that because it means that it takes the defining features of a mech and kind of exaggerates them, flanderizes them until they take up the entire screen. I think that's really cool. And we can do the same thing with this. Can we actually see this unit? Yeah, we can. With this like battleship, which has ostensibly like carried us into this battle, and we can see again that there's the kind of a little pixel art drawing of it there with some of the various defining features. So that's one thing I already really like about this game, is that there are like 2 layers of mech drawing abstraction going on. So our mission here is to deal with these, they're called megalos, but we don't know that yet. So yeah, we can see that their pilots are circuit boards. Their stats are a complete mystery to us, and yeah, we need to fight them. And we're going to fight them by selecting our mech. We're going to move towards them, and when we get there, we'll be able to select an attack and damage to them. Now, in that bit of dialogue that we skipped, it mentioned that this is just a test flight, so this mech is not equipped with any weapons, so our cool, handsome captain is just going to try and fight these insects with his bare hands. Now, another wrinkle to this game, and one of the things I like the most about it actually, is it has an adaptive difficulty setting. So we selected the character who is by default easy mode. We're not actually playing as him yet, but we will next mission. And so there's the default mission that you need to achieve to advance the story. But in addition to that, you also have these battle masteries, which are optional tasks you can do that have some kind of either skill or like flavor-based aspect that like make the mission harder to complete, but it will like add something to it. So for this one, it's just complete the mission quickly. For some of them, it will be perform like an optional story interaction between characters, and the more of them you have, the higher your difficulty setting. And yeah, like you need to consistently do them to maintain being on a higher difficulty, and you need to be on a higher difficulty by the end to see the full ending, which in 2006 seemed really cool, but now is probably weird and bad, I think, generally speaking. But hey, it could be worse. But already, like this battle mastery of shooting down all the enemies within 4 turns is like, how do we do that, right? Because as well, let's find out. Because if we're going to do this in 4 turns, we're going to need to kill 5 enemies in 4 turns. How are we going to do that? That's kind of interesting, right? Some people in the chat are repping this Earth sprite. It's great. I love it. Sadly, going into Earth orbit doesn't, own you like it should. But there are there are different tiles with, offensive and defensive bonuses. There are sometimes tiles that will regen your health. Not very many in space, but, that kind of thing. So anyway, another wrinkle to combat in this game that we're going to be making extensive use of to try and get this battle mastery point is the spirit skills. So spirit skills are like spells that your pilots can cast that basically represent just being really good at flying. And yeah, so basically we're gonna accelerate to move further, so we can move to here, which is a part of our plan to get all of the points for this mission. And then we're going to focus to raise our hit and evade rates to just minimize the chance of being hit, maximize our chance of connecting, because missing is real bad for us if we want to kill all of these enemies in 1 turn. So The other cool thing about this mission is, so we select attack, we get a big readout of hit percentages and, you know, relative stats, which we would probably have if we you know, knew about this enemy. But we also get to toggle the animations on and off, which we'll probably be doing later. But the coolest thing about this mission is it has access to your protagonist character's individual theme. Like, every character that you attack with has a different musical theme to go with it, and many of the enemies do too. But we're going to listen to Elzum's combat theme because it's awesome. I just want you to imagine that it's 2006 and it's really important to you that you're hearing like cool guitar riff soundtracks coming out of your Game Boy Advance's trash sound chip. So, going back briefly to this mission. So we need to shoot down all enemies in 4 turns, but we haven't shot down one in 1 turn, and there are 5. So this is already like a problem, right? So we're going to end the turn, and I'm going to show you how we're going to achieve that. Did we do this right? I think we did this right. So, as you can see, as you may have noticed when we attacked this Megalo, it attacked back. And like in a lot of tactics games, what you do is you move over towards your enemies, you choose to attack them, and if they have an attack that is within range of you, they can attack you back. So, because we're, you know, right next to this Megalo, it's going to charge us. Because we've focused and we're a very good pilot, we're going to evade. And because, you know, we're next to it, we get to attack back because we have our range 1 attack. So we got a kill. Great. Only 4 more. The problem is that the Megalos have lasers, which we're going to see are ranged attacks that we are definitely going to dodge, but are not going to, we're not going to be able to retaliate because this Gespenst doesn't have any weapons. So we're going to skip this animation. And so yeah, already this is a problem. So how are we going to, how are we going to deal with that? So the thing that we need to do is we need to basically one of the big ways to leverage damage in this game, especially in the early stages, is to try and maximize the number of attack backs that you get when there are a lot of enemies in the early stages, because later on you get to bosses, and those that's more of a case where there are more of you and fewer of them. But in this case, there's a lot of them and not much of us. So we need to focus on maximizing the number of times we can attack back. And the way that we're going to do that is by moving over to here, because then we get to attack this one. Oh fuck. Forgot to leave animations on. And then, so because they're close to us, they'll try and charge us and we'll get to attack them back, and so on and so on and so on. So, I forgot to leave the animations on for that bit, because it's always worth leaving the animations on at least once, because when you see a character's animation, it starts their music. And the music resets at the beginning of each turn. Now these are the kinds of things that are very important when you're playing an anime tactics game, is getting the right music on at the right time. So you need to make sure that you don't forget to micro your animation such that you optimize the amount of time you spend listening to your favorite character's theme. An interesting thing that I want to mention about Elzum's theme in particular is it's obviously fantastic, but also it's bugged, or it was bugged in a particular version of Super Robot Wars, such that it overrides every other theme in the game. So there are some stages in which you're the bosses will have big scary themes that will trump all your basic character themes, but for whatever reason Elzum's trumps all of those anyway. So you'll be fighting the final boss and it will have this deep, angry, foreboding theme, and then you'll be 20 different units will attack it, and then Elzum will attack it and he'll get his cool music, which I think is really funny and cool. So yeah, see, we kite that Mag Yellow back over here. We get out of the range of its ring laser, but it pulls back into the range of its charge. So we get to take out 2 a turn this turn, which happens to swing this battle in our favour, and we get to achieve our battle mastery of getting 5 kills in 4 turns. We're going to make sure that we focus, just in case. So yeah, this is a pretty standard loop. You just queue up all the best attacks you can, and then try and get as many crackbacks as you can. And the battle mastery. So yeah, another one approaches. Elzum suplexes it to try and capture it alive. And we have humanity's second contact with aliens, which someone apparently predicted at some point. Yeah, this is the intermission screen, just like moves between the various missions in the game, I guess, hence the name. Yeah, so there's nothing really for us to do here, so we just press start, and we get a nice opening crawl that explains pretty much all of the events of the game. So, sorry, the history of the game. So, Elzum kidnaps that alien. The technology within it, like, kickstarts human understanding of all kinds of things. Yeah, meteors strike the Earth that are full of interesting technology, and basically it leads us to develop giant robots. And I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for the day that the meteor lands that leads us to invent giant robots. So yeah, we get a lot of fun names for them. So whenever anyone mentions EOT, you know that they mean alien stuff. Mentions key players in the world, like Dr. Bayan Zoldark, a definitely not evil person name. And yeah, so personal troopers, that's what they call them. The humanoid mech suits are called personal troopers. So that guest bench that we were just in is a kind of personal trooper. And now we're introduced to our street level anime characters. This is Kusa and Ryusei, who we picked at the beginning. So Ryusei is a clueless loser nerd, and Kusa is his long-suffering female friend. They don't crush on each other. They're just good friends. Ryusei says some weird nonsense about how he wants toys, and I think he goes on to talk right here. He goes on to talk about how robots are for boys and girls don't get it. The difference between super robots and personal troopers. This is a really funny thing because obviously, as a named character in an anime, like Kusa is not left on the sidelines. By the midway through the second original generation game, Kusa is piloting a super robot that is like, she's like befriended a tiger god to develop affinity for piloting this giant mech. It's cool as hell. Whereas Ryusei ends up in some rubbish, personal trooper. But both of them end up as super robot pilots by the end, and they're talking about like the distinction between personal troopers and super robots. Whereas super robots are like cool, transformable or magic robots, whereas personal troopers are the kind of robots that an American might design. So Ryusei's mother is sick. They're going to visit her, and Ryusei has mentioned that he plays a game called Burning PT, which is a VR mech thing that he's off to go and play. And his mother is telling him he should find something only he can do. Find something that makes you happy, that you would stand out in, Ryusei. And yeah, he's at the moment that looks like winning this Burning PT championship. He's mentioned another character, Tenzin Nakajima. He will come up. Well, actually, I don't know if we'll even get to see him, but he's the supposed best Burning PT player ever. But he, for reasons unknown, does not turn up to the final. Classic Ryusei. He's got his head in the game. So yeah, episode 2, Personal Trooper. So this episode begins with Ryusei owning his finals opponent in the Burning PT Championships, making him the best virtual mech pilot ever. But then we see that just outside of the arena, there are some people doing some monitoring, measuring the telekinetic link of someone nearby. We're introduced to Ingram and Aya, who are two military officers who are in this truck measuring the telekinesis of Ryusei and the Burning PT, which is kind of weird. So they're measuring winners of a VR mech sim game for their telekinetic aptitude, which is, already pretty weird. Ingram notes that Ryu was born to do this, because of course he was. Ryu mentions Tenzin Nakajima again, and so yeah, Ingram says secure Ryusei, but alert! So everyone mentions that some unidentified bogies have crossed the defensive line. Ingram says, don't worry, just keep watching Ryusei and prepare Type TT. Aya says yeah, and the bugs arrive with some fighter jets on them, and right over the civilian area, the fighter jets just knock one of the bugs into the stadium, which is pretty weird. Ingram's response to this is to say, let's test Ryusei, open the trailer cover and bring out the TT. So what this boy needs is a mech. That's the responsible solution to this situation, is to give someone with no piloting experience a new mech to pilot. Get ready for one of the fastest get in the robot transitions in any mech anime ever. Get a new type flash, because Ryusei is, as we will find out, pretty psychic. And he's like, whoa, this seems weird. All the fighter pilots are like, what's going on? And are given orders to withdraw. And they just say, okay, fine. So all these people's lives have just been dumped into the hands of Ryusei, who we've established has never been in combat before, and up until now has only really played video games. It's the same panel as the Burning PT console. Even weirder, they've made this military weapons controls the same as that of a video game, which is kind of weird. And then Ryusei just kind of gets owned for a bit, and has another new type flash, because it's time to, fight. So, we have another Gespenst, but unlike Elsum's, this is a white Gespenst, and so it's a Gespenst Mark II, much like Elsum's, but unlike Elsum's, it's type TT, or telekinetic type. So this is a Gespenst custom made for Ryusei, and it has, well, unlike Elsum's as well, it has weapons, which we're going to use. Yeah, I love weapons. So we're going to focus up again, because these early missions give you tons and tons of spirit that you can just use on whatever you like. And we're gonna watch this animation at least, because we got some new attacks to look at. And we get Ryu's theme, which is not too bad. It's kind of boring when you get some of the other character themes, but it works. This isn't a game, this is the real deal. So yeah, the battle mastery for this mission is to kill all the enemies in 2 turns. So like, we're really trying to maximize our number of shots fired, I guess. So we're going to try and get into like optimal range of our Mega Beam rifle. Aya berates us for not knowing how to fight despite never having fought. Ryu says, "Why aren't you calling for backup? Come on." Yeah, so another thing that is neat is that, like, you might be tempted to always pick the best weapon, but, like, this enemy clearly doesn't have very much health, so we can use our weaker weapon. And attack with our split missile. Yay! Blow up this megalo. Hooray! Okay, we're probably going to skip the rest of these animations. Yes, hit! I'm a very boring person and don't like to watch all of my animations. I'll watch them every now and again, but, like, not all of them. So yeah, now these are both within range of a split missile, and this is within range of a mega beam rifle. So that means that I'm going to focus up again and move to here, such that I can beam rifle this. Because that's going to kill it instantly. We're going to get Ryusei's music on again. And then pass the turn and skip the rest of these, because we should have the mastery point, if I'm not mistaken. Ryusei unlocks alert, which lets him dodge a whole attack, which is cool. And yeah, successfully defends this residential area from aliens. So yeah, Ryusei has apparently exceeded Ingram's expectations. Ingram just casually orders a media blackout, indicating that the world is maybe not a great place to live. And yeah, that's the end of that mission. Ingram finds Ryusei, tells him that Kusuo's okay. Ingram Pliskin, which I'm pretty sure is a bad translation of Pliskin, because that would be the same reference that Escape from New York is going for. But yeah. So yeah, Kusuo's okay. Ingram says, "Let's get down to business," and makes that that face is absolutely perfect that Ingram is making right there. Like, like some of you may have intuited on the fact that Ingram's motives in this whole business are not entirely pure, and that face is sort of one of the two pretty significant nails in the coffin that we get over the next 10 minutes or so. So Ryusei has agreed to become a test pilot for Project SRX, which we later find out stands for Super Robot X. And yeah, Ingram casually references the fact that they're bullying Ryu into joining Project SRX by fining him for using a mech to defend the residential district that they ordered their fighters to withdraw from. And it seems that Ingram has been surveilling Ryu's mother for some time. So these are some real nice people we've fallen in with. Well, some sort of fine people, and also Ingram, who is clearly very evil. Ryu forgets his ID card, and we meet Rai. So Rai has long blonde hair, and hang on, where does Ryu mention it? Oh, he remembered his ID card. What a loser. He's transferred from Mao Industries. I don't know if it's been mentioned yet. Mao Industries is on the moon, so that's cool. And yeah. So Rai says, "Oh yeah, you should have remembered your ID." And then Ryu says, "Yeah, he was only wearing one glove. What a dork." And I think someone mentioned in the chat earlier about black holes and whether this game has black holes because it has mechs called Gespenst. Yeah, there are a whole ton of like black hole stuff in this game, and Rai's Rise, what's it? Rise One Glove is related to that somehow. Anyway, Aya comes to collect Ryu from the gate, and I think he flirts with her a bit. Yeah, he flirts with her a bit, which is weird because he's like 10 and she's like 30. She's definitely got the hots for Ingram, which doesn't work out well for her. But hey, that's how it goes in the animes. Someone's got to lust after the evil guy. Ryu says it's a bit weird that they're all so pally despite the fact that they're an elite military unit, and I agree. We get another new type flash. Aya compliments the softness of Ryu's hands to try and deflect from the fact that his psycho pressure is big. Ingram talks about Rai's military family. So Rai actually turns out to have been Elzum, who we were playing with earlier, his brother. Yeah, here we go, your brother Elzum. So that's something that weighs on Rai a lot, that his brother is widely respected as one of the best mech pilots ever, and he's just some guy with one glove. The accident and the condition of my left hand. It turns out that Rai's hand was crushed when he was test piloting a mech that had a black hole in its engine, because, you know, anime things. Ingram, sitting alone, says the phrase, "I finally have enough test subjects. Now I can begin," as if you weren't sure he was evil yet. Now maybe you should be sure. He like... I love the way that portrait turns to the camera to say, "Now I can begin." It's like evil Jim from The Office. I'm into it. It's cool. Right. So... I think we should save. Let's save. So it is... What time is it? It's like 20 to 1. So... I think rather than do the next mission, I'm probably going to call the stream because it's been a lot for me so far. But thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone who donated bits, and yeah, thank you the one person who followed, I think. But yeah, thank you all. It's great to stream to people who are talkative. It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. It was stressful, but I had a lot of fun. We're probably not playing Invisible Ink next week because I don't think my heart can take another mission that is even remotely that difficult. So yeah, either we'll play this or we'll play something like it. I don't know. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to navigate through these just yet, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, until next time, thanks. This has been Let Us Cling Together, and I'll see you next time.